What's up, everybody? My name is Brian Brosey. I'm a doctor of physical therapy, personal trainer, and co-host of the Wellman's podcast. Today what I'm going to do is show you an exercise I call the bedtime decompress. You are essentially doing a chin tuck, a scapular retraction to some degree, and breathing all at the same time. So there's a few things to keep in mind here, but I call it bedtime decompress because it's an exercise I love to do daily at night, and it's kind of my version of counting sheep. So I may perform this exercise, count 1, 2, 3, count 1, 2, 3, and fall asleep doing this low level exercise that really helps get you good posture, gets good deep neck muscle strength, neck muscle flexor strength, so you have good posture in your neck, as well as shoulder retraction and stabilization, give you good posture in your shoulders and long-term health. So what you're going to do, you can do this lying down. You're going to support the head somehow with a pillow, a towel. I got a yoga blanket here. The point is you want to be in a neutral position as possible. So you want to be in the utmost relaxed position that you can be in, so nice and supported. If your legs bent is more comfortable or long is more comfortable, either one is fine. Again, we want to be as neutral as possible, so honestly, if you could get a pillow underneath your knees and get super relaxed, the more relaxed, the better we are for this exercise. I'm keeping my elbows nice and in within my body. They're not flaring out to the sides like I'm making a capital T, but they also don't need to be glued to the sides, just nice and rested and in a comfortable neutral position. I'm going to rest my hands on my belly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, all at the same time, I'm going to break each one of these down. I'm going to chin tuck, push my chin, retract my chin down and into the floor, as well as my head, very lightly, like 10 to 20% of my force. And if you checked out my deep neck flexor testing video, craniocervical flexion test video, you'll be able to see a little bit more about this and how I use a blood pressure cuff to make sure you're doing this exercise right. But you'll perform that chin tuck. At the same time, you're going to be doing scapular retraction. And what I want you to think about is with the upper third of your arm here, so essentially where my hand is on my arm here, as well as with my shoulder blade, I'm retracting and pushing that down into the floor. So I'm creating this openness in my chest. I'm creating this openness in my neck as I chin tuck. And I'm also trying to incorporate my deep breathing with this as well. So I'm breathing deeply into my belly, understanding that the diaphragm is like a parachute. When we breathe in, the diaphragm bows down and then comes back up as we exhale. So I'm going to perform 3 repetitions of the exercise in full right now. So I'm nice and rested, as neutral as I can be. So as I perform those 3 reps, you may have seen my shoulders kind of retract down into the floor and then recoil back up. If I'm doing this correctly, I should feel kind of a working burn in between my shoulder blades as I'm pushing my shoulders in the upper third of my arm into the floor. It is important to push with the upper third of your arm. If you start getting more into the elbow, you may be incorporating a little bit more lat or some different muscles that we're not necessarily trying to work on here with this bedtime decompress exercise. I do perform a 3 or 5 second hold with each rep. So as I tuck my chin, retract my hands, shoulders, and humerus, upper third of the humerus into the floor and hold that. I want to try and hold that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds, then relax, and that would have been 1 rep. So perform this as directed on your home protocol or in Be Well Beyond, or just give it a try and let me know what you think in the comments.